This program is brought to you by Tanduan, Philippine Airlines, Balay Pandesal, North Star Meat Merchants Incorporated, Newport World Resorts, Capi, Misibis Bay, McDonald's, LT Group Incorporated, Cafe Aurora, The Original Jamaican Patty Shop and Juice Bar, House of Frutas, B1T1 Takeaway Coffee, and Ferinos.
Magandang hapon, ako si Gerg Cahiles. Ito ang Your Voice 2025, ang special elections coverage ng pinagsanib na puwersa ng Bilyonaryo News Channel at Abante Radyo.
At ako naman si Asis-Carillo. Mapapanood din tayo sa Beam TV 31, Cignal Channel 24, Converge 74 at SkyCable Channel 33. Hello George, kamusta ka naman?
Ito, puyat. How about you?
Wala pang tulog. You know what? I actually woke up ng 2 a.m. and then I was tempted to look at my phone para makita ko yung mga unofficial results, 'di ba? Sabi ko, pag tinignan ko yung phone ko, hindi na ako makakatulog ulit. I couldn't resist. I had to look.
I ended my shift yesterday at 1 a.m.
Yes.
Nagbibilang, binabasa natin yung mga numerong pumapasok and we're all excited. Mataas yung adrenaline natin.
Yeah.
Kaya nang pag-uwi ko sa bahay, nagtataka ako bakit iba yung binasa ko kanina sa lumalabas sa phone ko at around 3 a.m.
Nag-iba yung numbers.
Naku, aalamin natin sa mga guests natin kung ano yung idea na tungkol sa nangyaring yan. And of course, ngayong hapon ay titingnan natin yung mga lumalabas na bilang ngayon, the partial unofficial results sa senatorial race as of 3:54 this afternoon. Tingnan natin mula sa Comleg Transparency's server. Nangunguna pa rin si re-electionist Senator Bongo with 26,471,646 votes. Number 2 naman ay ang gusto magbalik sa Senado. Former Senator Bam Aquino with 20,631,380. Re-electionist Bato de la Rosa, number 3, with 20,257,087 votes. Pang-apat ay si Congressman Irwin Tulfo with 16,809,801 votes. Number 5, si former Senator Kiko Pangilinan, 15,083,701 votes. Number 6, si Congressman Rodante Marcoleta with 14,900,366. Number 7 na si Senator Ping Lacson with 14,852,955. Pang-8 si dating Senate President Tito Soto with 14,593,665. Number 9 si Senator Pia Cayetano with 14,302,550. Nasa 10th spot ngayon si Congresswoman Camille Villar with 13,353,954. Pang-11 si re-electionist Senator Lito Lapid with 13,113,632. At nasa panghuli sa Magic 12, no? Si Senator Amy Marcos with 13,032,102. Halos walang pinagbago in the course since last night. Sa 13th spot ay si Ben Tulfo with 11,883,575. Pang-14 si re-electionist Senator Bong Revilla, 11,785,094. Number 15 si Makati Mayor Abby Binay with 11,566,019. Pang-16 naman sa ngayon si former Interior Secretary Benhar Abalos with 11,350,011. Pang-17 si Jimmy Bondoc with 10,347,683. Pang-18 si dating Senator Manny Pacquiao with 205,953. Panglabing siyam naman ang aktor na si Philip Salvador with 9,974,200. 20th spot si Congressman Bosita with 9,675,068. 21st spot si Heidi Mendoza with 8,648,986. Nasa 22nd spot si Willie Revillame with 8,411,424. 23rd spot si Vic Rodriguez with 8,237,737. At nasa ika-24 na pwesto si Raul Lambino with 8,161,349. That's as of 3:54 in the afternoon, ngayong May 13, isang araw matapos ang ginawang halalan. Now let's go to the party list.
Yes, let's proceed to the party list. The partial unofficial tally as of 3:54 p.m. today, May 13, number 1 pa rin ang Akbayan party list with 2,750,351 votes. Number 2, Duterte Youth. Umabot na rin ng 2,300,453. Tinggog, we have 1,788,225. 4Ps, 1,435,150 votes. At CIS, 1,222 or 1,222,260. Ako Bicol, 1,061,263 votes. Uswag Ilonggo, 772,637 votes. Solid North Party, 753,788 votes. Trabaho at number 9, 647,634. Sibak at number 10, 587,670 votes. Number 11 naman ang PPP, 570,227. At number 12, Senior Citizens Party List, 569,739 votes. Number 13, Malasakit at Bayanihan, 568,022 votes. 14, ML, 541,054. Nasa number 15 naman ang FPJ Panday Bayanihan, 526,864 votes. Nasa number 16, ang United Senior Citizens, 526,620. 4K at number 17, 505,555 votes. Number 18, Co-op Natco, 503,687. Number 19, LPGMA, 498,775 votes. And number 20, Ako Bisaya, 470,774 votes. Number 1 pa rin ang Akbayan. Led of course by Attorney Jojo na makakausap natin today, Gerg.
I'm excited to talk to him in a while. But for now, let's go to Manila, kung saan ang comeback is real para kay mayoral candidate Yorme Isko Moreno. Naroon ang ating kasamahan na si Paulo Barcelon. Paulo, ano nang balita dyan? Naproklama na ba si Yorme?
Hi Gerg and Ann, magandang hapon. Sa ngayon ay hindi pa, no? Pero sa ngayon inaantabayan na natin, at nakikita nyo sa aking likuran ay inaantabayanan yung unang bugso ng mga proklamasyon dito sa lungsod ng Maynila. Ito ay para sa mga kandidatong o nanalong kandidato, nanalong konsehal at kongresista. And bibigyan na kita ng isang shocker of the day dahil mukhang natalo si incumbent representative Benny Abante ng 6th District ng lungsod ng Maynila. Kung yung maalala, Gerg and Ann, isa siya sa mga vocal na naging kongresista doon sa Quadcom hearings, bagit doon sa mga hearings tungkol sa war on drugs ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. He has been defeated by now Congressman, soon to be Congressman-elect si Joey Uy, also from the 6th District. I grew up in Pandacan. This is a very familiar name at inaabangan na lang natin na siya ay maproklama. Now, kanina ding pasado alas 3 ng hapon, Gerg, no, ay nag-concede na rin si incumbent Manila Mayor Hani Lacuna, bagamat hindi niya nabanggit yung pangalan ni former Mayor Dumagoso, ay nagpasalamat siya sa kanyang mga taga-suporta at sabi niya ay she's always proud, no, na she became the first ever female mayor of the nation's capital. And last night nga din ay nag-concede na rin si Tutok to Win Party List Representative Sam Verzosa. Now, bakit ngayon lang? You're probably wondering, bakit ngayon lamang nagkaroon ng proklamasyon bagamat kahapon pa ng alas 7 ng gabi natapos ang botohan? Now, from 7 o'clock up until a little past 8, nagkaroon lang ng technical issue dito sa City Hall at inayos yung internet connection. From 8 o'clock up until almost midnight, dire-diretso yung pasok ng resulta. Pagdating ng midnight, ay medyo nagkaroon ng delay nung umabot na sa 95 to 96% yung mga presintong nagtatransmit. So dahil hindi makapag-transmit yung ibang presinto, yung mga ibang electoral board na mga guro na pumunta rito ng madaling araw, they brought the USBs to manually upload the results dito sa City Board of Canvassers. At dahil nga nag-reconvene sila kaninang alas 2 ng hapon, ay eto na. At makakapagproklama na at least for the first batch of candidates dito sa City Board of Canvassers sa lungsod ng Maynila. Gerg?
Maraming salamat, Paolo Barcelon, reporting live mula sa Maynila.
Now, all eyes ngayon sa senatorial race na talaga namang unpredictable base sa unofficial count. Makakasama natin ngayon ang isa sa mga front-runners sa pagkasenador. Let us welcome sa studio si ACT-CIS Party List Representative Irwin Tulfo. Magandang hapon po, sir.
And good afternoon, Gerg. Good afternoon. Thank you for inviting me in your program. Thank you.
Nako, should we say congratulations na po, Senator. Kahit hindi pa, unofficial results pa lang ang lumalabas, no? Yes. Pero nakita na natin na pasok kayo sa Magic 12. Ano pong reaction nyo na kayo'y nasa top 4 ng senatorial race?
Well, papasalamat tayo. Una sa, of course, sa Panginoon Diyos. Pangalawa, dun sa mga kababayan natin na who believe na may gagawin tayo sa Senado. So, I'd like to thank all of them. Then, of course, my family and dun sa mga staff who were with me all throughout this campaign. So maraming salamat sa kanilang lahat. And
Sir, if you can share to us yung pakiramdam. Since natapos ang botohan kahapon at nagsimulang pumasok yung mga bilang and you're seeing your name sa top 12, anong pakiramdam ba nun, sir, bilang isang kandidato?
well, of course, excited, di ba? I mean, this is a new journey. Iba kasi yung Congress eh. I was with Congress, or I'm with Congress. Then you go to the Senate, di ba? Iba yung pakiramdam na you will see na, wow, Senate na ito, nationwide na ito, hindi lang district. So, and then the whole country voted for you. So, that means something, di ba?
Yeah.
And parang sinasabi ng iba, hey, this is the third position in the land, highest position in the land.
Yes.
So, you really have to work pagdating mo doon. So, parang, actually, hanggang kanina, hinahanam-nam ko pa. I went to sleep like around 1:30 or 2 a.m. Then I woke up at around 6 because I run every day. Suddenly na yung mga nakasalubong ko sa village, binabati ako. Sabi ko, oo nga no. Congrats, Sen, like that. Sabi ko, hindi pa tapos ang butuan. Hindi, okay na yan. That's what they're saying.
But, of course, the survey results, sir. Let's talk about it. Yung resulta ng survey, kayo po, naglalaro kayo sa number 1 and number 2. But this time, sa pumapasok po nating mga bilang, kayo po ay currently nasa number 4. Ano pong insights ninyo tungkol dito?
Yung sa akin, para sa akin, ang service kasi, pag titignan mo, hindi sa dapat talagang ika nga na tututukan mo at papaniwalaan mo. Siguro parang guide lang na ika nga kodigo na, sige, pasok ako sa top 12, sige po pwede. Dapat niya siguro, pag may plano kang tumakbo, tignan mo kung pumasok ka sa Magic 12, di ba? Doon sa unang survey, tapos pangalawang survey, medyo umaangat ka, Pero kung hindi ka gumagalaw na sa 10, 11, 12, medyo nakakatakot. Ako nakita ko na sa taas ako I was happy, I was confident. Tapos kinausap nga ako ng alyansa. They were saying, you want to join us ba? Sabi ko, sige. So, okay lang sa akin because hindi ko naman talaga ini-expect na magiging number 1 ako.
Yes.
Marami mga magagaling dyan na senador, di ba? Tsaka mas, established na, like Senator Bongo, di ba? Nakilala siya because of his malasakit, di ba? Kahit saan ka pumunta, ang dami niya pinatayo malasakit. So,
That's correct.
That's how he earned his vote siguro sa mga, sa masa.
Sir, to what do you attribute yung strong performance mo? Hindi lang sa survey, na mataas ka sa survey, ngayon pasok ka rin sa top 5. Saan mo ina-attribute itong strong performance? And do you think also that yung role mo as a media personality and as yung previous roles mo as a media personality, as a DSWD secretary, do you think this has influenced yung voter perception and trust in you?
Lahat na yun siguro, Ann. Even before I became, joined the government service, Three years, sabi lang, okay, itong tao ito, let's try him again. Pero, kailangan, we also have to consider na may ibang grupo pa. Right? Kasi ngayon, parang tinitingnan natin, alam lang natin, di ba? Kaya lahat tayo nagulantang. May mga pumasok na sa survey na sa 14, 15, sila Senator Bam, Senator Kiko, suddenly pumasok na. Parang nakalimutan yata na ang tingin kasi natin dati, masa lang. Masa, middle class, at saka mga mayayaman.
Yes.
Meron na pala ngayon Gen Z at saka millennials. Huwag nating kalimutan yan, di ba?
But was that part of the strategy nyo rin na matarget yung mga Gen Z?
Wala eh. Walang, ang pinag-uusapan lang kasi masa at saka yung middle class. Kaya, di ba? Ang pinagdidebatihan pa nga, bakit puro ayuda sa mga mahihirap lang? Bakit wala ka marinig? Bakit walang ayuda sa Gen Z, sa mga millennials? O pa nga pinag-uusapan mga manggagawa. Parang hindi sila kasama. Pero I have heard sa ilang mga political analysts na 6 or 5 out of 10 kalahati ng botante from our Gen Zs and millennials. So they made their mark in this election, di ba? So let's not forget them. Parang they finally came out with something. It's a strong message.
Yes.
Hindi lang po masa ang Pilipino, hindi lang middle class, hindi lang po mayayaman, kundi meron po kayong Gen Zs at saka millennials. Ito yung nagbitbit kanila Bam Aquino, Senator Bam, at saka Senator Kiko Pangilinan.
So let's talk about your brother Ben Tulfo na tumatakbo rin kasama ninyo po, ano? And currently, medyo naiiwanan siya ngayon sa top 12 na initially rin, ganun, na halos magkasunod lang kayo sa mga survey. What do you think of that, sir?
I really don't know actually. Number 1 siguro wala siyang makinarya. Number 2 kulang yung kanyang advertisements exposure kahit magkapatid kami. Number 3 yung mga posters niya wala kang makita sa mga provinces. And it makes a lot of difference, a whole lot of difference kung nakikita ng mga tao sa mga probinsya. Wala kang makita kasi sa probinsya na ganun eh. Kahit sa Metro Manila, meron siyang billboard nung start pa lamang, October, November, siguro nakikita niyo yung billboard sa Bitag. Pero dapat na-sustain yun kasi towards the end, lahat nagkaroon ng ad eh, di ba? Everybody.
Yes.
Eh, syempre, yung recall, yun ang tingin ko naging problema. Tapos, wala siyang machinery.
Now, sir, syempre papasok, hindi pa naman tapos ang bilangan, as you said, but mataas yung probability na kayo ay magiging Senator Irwin Tulfo. How are you preparing for that position, sir?
I've already, before October pa lang, when the President asked me if I want to join, may mga nakalatag na ako. As a matter of fact, may mga na-file na ako ng mga bills sa Congress and I have to refile again. I'm preparing. Tapos, and I keep on saying during the campaign na hindi masasayang yung boto nyo. I will not waste your votes kasi may mga binoto dyan dati na wala namang ginagawa. So, this one, hindi, I 100% na hindi masasayang yung boto nila. Inaantay ko lang na the moment na ma-proclaim ako, I will hit the ground running.
Okay.
Believe me, I'll hit the ground running. You will see me in Mindanao, you will see me in Luzon, you will see me in Visayas, running because it's not to campaign, but rather to thank and listen to what the people are saying. So how can you be an effective senator if you will not hear personally yung problem ng tao?
Right.
You will just rely on your staff, you'll just rely on the governor, the mayor to tell you. Di ba much better pa yung tao mismo kausap mo on the ground, what is your problem here, this community mo? Kasi baka yung kausap mo na mayor, galit pala dito sa community na ito.
Right.
Dahil hindi siya binoto. Kawawa naman, di ba? You have to hit the ground, you have to talk to these people, communicate, para madala mo yung problem nila dito sa Senate.
Bottom up. Ganun.
Exactly.
Sir, ano masasabi mo sa mga critics who are saying that the Tulfos are now a political dynasty?
Oh, really now? Siguro masasabi ko lang, tingin muna sa paligid. Kasi actually, nako, maraming masasagasaan.
That's true, yes.
Hindi lang naman po ang Tulfo, 2, 3 tumatakbo. Pero, sige, sasagutin ko na lang, sabi ko nga, pag may bill na final and Senator Lacson was saying he's going to file another one, I'll support it.
Okay.
Kasi hindi po kami pinakamagaling na tao. We're not the best. We're not most charitable people in this land. Marami pa, I'm sure. So, give them a chance. Pag may pumasa na batas, ako mismo, I'll step down. I'll step down, and I'll tell my brother, sige, you stay there. And I will convince my nephew, I'll convince my sister, let's go down.
Why? Bakit ikaw, sir? Bakit ikaw mag-give way?
Because ako yung bago eh, di ba?
Okay.
Ako yung bago eh. At mas kilala si Senator Raffy, di ba? Na champion of the poor. Sa kanya nag-umpisa yung tinatawag na Tulfo Justice, di ba? Yung Tulfo Brand of Public Service. Well, actually, kami lahat yun. Pero, let's give them a chance. So, I'll ask my sister-in-law, I'll ask my nephew, let's step down. Kasi may bill na tayo, may batas na tayo. Mark my word, I will really support it.
What will be your priority measure, sir?
Well, there's a lot. Actually, on my very first day in Senate, I'm going to file for a review of the rice tarification law. Problema po kasi wala na pong murang bigas sa palengke. Pag tapos na po itong anihan ngayon, tataas na naman yan. Itong nakikita natin, artificial ito, mababa. Because maraming, yung supply, marami. So, mababa. Pero pag natapos itong supply, tataas na naman yan. Baka nasa 50 plus, okay? Unless the government will do something about it, subsidize siguro para lahat naman makatikim. Hindi lang yung mga poorest of the poor, pati yung middle class makatikim din. Yun lagi napapag-iwanan din, Ann and Gerg. Yun ang problem na nakikita namin. Puro tayo tulong sa mahihirap, sa poorest of the poor. What about the middle class? What about those working in fast foods? What about the guards? What about the janitors? What about these cameramen? They're considered middle class, di ba? They're not poorest of the poor. Pero kailangan nila tumikim nung biyaya, ika nga ng government, not only for the poorest of the poor, but sila din. Itong FD mo, everybody, di ba?
That's right.
Kung magsasubsidize tayo, i-subsidize mo na siguro doon. Hindi yung bibigyan mo ng 5 kilo, pupunta kasi isang poorest of the poor. Kontra ako doon eh. If mag-subsidize tayo, bigyan natin ng pondo, kuha tayo sa DSWD, buhos natin sa DA, sige, mag-import tayo or bilhin natin through DA, through NFA. Kaya nga, gusto ko, I want a review of the national, yung rice tarification law para ibalik muli sa NFA yung murang bigas. That's the only time na magkaroon tayo, ma-maintain natin may murang bigas. Pangalawa, let's also review itong Land Use Act. Marami na matagal na po, hindi na ipapasa-pasa.
Hindi nga maipasa yan, sir.
Kailangan ho nating ipasa na. It's high time, it's 28th Congress. And I promise you, me and my brother will work hard na ipupush namin itong National Land Use Act na ito, maipasa.
Now, kung nasa Senado na po kayo, syempre mainit na usapin din yung impeachment ni VP Sara, and you will sit as one of the center judges. Are you already preparing for this? Kayo ba ay pinaghahandaan nyo ito? How are you preparing for that?
Well, I want to see, pag naging center judge po tayo, I want to see all the documents, all the records, di ba? The pieces of evidence presented before me, before us. Siyempre, I'll also wait for the evidence, counter affidavits and then pieces of evidence now will be submitted by the defense, di ba? So then you have to look at it, di ba? Parang tayo din, we in the media, when we do our coverages, di ba? We look, oy pare, may ganito, siguro may anomalya. So you go. Then you talk to the other one, yung inaakusahan, di ba? You listen, di ba? In this case, you're the judge, so you have to make a decision based on the documents, based on the pieces of evidence that you have, based on the statements that were given or presented to you as a judge.
Yesterday, we were with former Senate President Frank Drilon here. And he was saying na, no, impeachment is a numbers game. So, kayo po, sir, syempre tumakbo kayo under the ticket of the President. And we know for a fact that may rift talaga ngayon ang Presidente at ang Vice Presidente. Saan mananaig yung pakikipag-alyansa nyo po ba, sir? Or is it really, sabi nyo, binabanggit nyo, the facts that you wanted to see?
Well, when the President asked me to join them, ay isa lang yung hiningi ko sa Pangulo. Sir, sabi ko, there will be instances po na I have to make decisions na maybe hindi tutugma or aangkop sa gusto, di ba, ng karamihan. But it is a decision, di ba? May mga decisions ka na hindi mapapayag ang grupo.
Yes.
Hindi siya popular. Pero kung yun ang tama, di ba?
How did the President react to that?
Gumagano siya.
Okay.
Okay, sabi niya. Sabi ko, kilala mo naman kami, Sir, mga Tulfo. When we say this,
Yes,
we
yes.
do this, di ba? Kaya nga, pati yung mga nabanggit ko rin sa kanya about investigation sa corruption. I put it on the table. Sabi ko, siguro kailangan investigasyon. Magano siya, sabi niya, we'll do that.
Okay.
Mga investigation sa corruption, boss. Sabi ko, ito yung problema, ito yung sinisigaw ng mga tao.
And the impeachment, sir, potentially, baka ito yung isa sinasabi mong instances na baka maiba ang decision mo, depende sa
Yung nga
kalalabasan.
siguro, Gerg, siya naging yung problema. Nakita ko ngayon ng mga tao, medyo iba yung takbo, iba yung... Kasi parang sinasabi, daldal kayo ng daldal ng korupsyon.
Yes.
Pero mga sarili ninyo, hindi nyo tignan dyan. Nakikita mo naman sa social media.
Right.
You keep on talking, you keep on attacking, you keep on accusing everybody, etc., etc. But within your house, within your group, di ba? Do something about it. But that's what the people are saying, di ba? So parang, puna ka ng puna, pinupuna kita, Gerg. Pero yung kasama ko dito, hindi ko mapuna. So, what does it tell you? Ito na siguro yung message. The millennials and the Gen Zs are talking, hey, let's put Senator Bam, Senator Kiko, let's put them there. Away kayo ng away dalawa, nag-aakusahan ka, nagbabatuhan kayo ng putik, lagay tayo dito tayo sa gitna.
Oo nga eh. Some political analysts are saying that one of the reasons probably why umabot sa Magic 12 si Senator Bam and Senator Kiko because, you know, some voters, they want a neutral ground from the political battles, di ba?
True.
Marcos versus Duterte.
Tapos ang taas pa, buti sana kung nasa
Yes,
10-11
yes.
sila.
That's right.
Senator Bam nasa top 2, sa second position. Senator Kiko nasa number 5.
Yes.
What does it tell you, di ba? Tired. People probably are tired. Away kayo ng away. Kami naman, di ba? And tama-tama, naririnig ko naman doon sa campaign nila, they're talking about the youth, talking about problems, food, economy, etc. Naririnig ng mga kabataan, naririnig ng millennials and Gen Zs.
Sir, in the past, nung nababanggit nyo, naging secretary kayo ng social welfare, na-bypass kayo sa CA before because of the citizenship issue.
Okay na yun.
Naayos na po yun,
Gerg,
sir.
It was already fixed. Paulit-ulit na lamang. Nasagot na po yan ng second division dati. Actually, 2 beses na nasagot. Otherwise, hindi ako makakaupo sa Congress kung issue pa rin yan, citizenship na yan.
Moving forward, sir.
Yeah, I believe wala na pag-uusapan eh. I mean, ginagamit na lang ng mga tao yun na citizenship, na nasabi na pag-usapan na yun, na-dismiss na, na-resolve na, paulit-ulit na lamang citizenship. Eh, wala namang problema. Dalhin nila ulit yung citizenship, questionin na naman nila. And I'm really a Filipino, whatever they want to do. I was born in Tacloban, Leyte, di ba? Raised in the Philippines. I studied here, elementary, high school, and college. I just went to work there. So, does it mean to say wala nang karapatan tumakbo, di ba?
Sir, siyempre kilala kayo magkakapatid sa Tulfo brand, ano? sa media, social media, sa television. What will be the Tulfo brand sa Senado?
It's the same thing. It will not change. Yung tatak is public service, di ba? Tapos tool for justice. I mean, when you say tool for justice, justice outright, di ba?
Quick justice.
Exactly. We confront, di ba? We go there and say like, hey, ano ba problema? Ganito. Same thing. Pero mas mas malawak na. Because parang yung dati, it's more like masa. Sama na natin siguro din yung mga Gen Zs and the millennials. Kasi they're the silent ones, di ba? Kita
Silent
naman.
majority, yes.
Exactly. Hindi sila umiimik. Tapos ito siguro yung sinasabi ng mga surveys na undecided. 21%, 15%.
Yeah.
Sila yun eh. Mukhang nakaligtaan. Puro tayo focus ang kakampi. So, I guess, next time siguro, hindi na ang kakampi ng mga inaapi, ng mga mahihirap. We'll have to use ang kakampi ng mga Pilipino kasi isama mo na yung Gen Zs and millennials. That's what we have to do.
Bagong branding, sir.
Exactly.
Yes. Kung plano nyo ay isama yung mga Gen Z at mga millennials, what are the issues that you want to focus on that, talagang yun ang concern ng mga
Makaka-benefit
kabataan
sila.
ngayon?
Education. Yung karamihan sa kanila, mga nasa college, karamihan sila kaka-graduate lang, walang trabaho, nakatenga sa bahay.
That's
di ba?
true.
Isa pa dyan, kaya nag-file din ako sa Congress, meron akong bill na, which I will refile naman dito sa Senate, na pag anak ka na mahirap, okay, kag-graduate mo lang, kailangan mo, marami kasi mga courses na ngayon, Gerg at saka Anna, kailangan mo ng board exam.
Yes.
Kagaya ng
Yes.
mga maritime engineering, kagaya ng maski na yung criminology, may board exam. Yung pagiging teacher, may board exam. Ang dami nang sa opisina na humihingi ng pang-review. Walang pang-review eh. Gagawin ko dyan, magpa-file ako ng bill na pag anak ka na mahirap, may mapakita ka na belonging to the poor, to the OFW, libre na yung first review mo. Kaya kung bumagsak ka, problema mo na yun.
Yung susunod.
Sagot ko lang yung first review mo.
Okay.
Sa medtech, doctor, or attorney, sagutin ng gobyerno na lang.
Well, sir, hindi pa tapos ang bilangan, pero this is your chance, sir, to address your supporters and everyone who helped you.
Yes.
Well, I would just like to thank everybody, Gerg and Ann, for the support. Like I've said kanina from the very start na hindi po masasayang yung inyong boto. And what I can say, 2 lines lang po. Maraming salamat bayan. It's time to go to work.
All right, sir.
Thank you very much,
See you sa
sir.
proclamation, sir.
Yes.
Thank you for inviting me to the program.
Maraming salamat, ACT-CIS Party List Representative at Frontrunner Irwin Tulfo. Congrats, Sen.
Manatiling nakatutok sa aming special coverage. Magbabalik ang inyong Your Voice 2025 dito lang sa BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
From the filing of candidacies until the last ballot is counted, your newest trusted news source, BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel, will be at the forefront to guide your decisions and guard your vote. Tune in to BNC's Election 2025 special coverage.
Opinyon ay hindi lang malalim, pero may kasama pong pasabog. Ako po si Jordan Dadino.
Di lang tayo basta chika, kundi chika with a cause. Ako si Sama Costa, kontesera ng buhay at balita.
Ihahain natin ang politika na may lalim at linaw para sa mas matalinong pagdedesisyon ng bawat Pilipino. Ako si Ronald Llamas, ang inyong political heckler.
Atid namin na matapang pero patas na pagsusuri sa mga ising humuhubog sa kinabukasan ng ating bansa. Ako si Marichu Villanueva, may talas sa mata at panulat.
Samahan niyo kami dito tuwing linggo, alas 10:30 ng umaga.
Dito sa
Politiko
Mikey Oreta. Business 360. 10 a.m. on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel. Facts matter more than ever. This election isn't just making headlines, it's making history. Led by veteran broadcasters Corina Sanchez Rojas, Pinky Webb, and Ray Langit. Bilyonaryo News Channel and DWAR Abante Radyo. We're committed to bringing you clear and comprehensive election coverage. From the campaign trail to your local ballot, we're there. We're combining boots-on-the-ground reporting with the speed of social. It's not just on the news, it's in your feed. Live updates, the voices that matter most. Together, we deliver. Your voice, 2025 elections agenda.
Ang bawat issue, mas matagal nang tatalakayin.
At ang bawat anggulo, mas masusing susuriin.
Dahil ang bawat balita siguradong may agenda. Ako po si Willard Cheng at makakasama na ni Corina Sanchez Rojas at Pinky Webb na maghahatid ng mga balitang dapat niyong malaman.
6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. na ang agenda.
Dito lang sa Bilyonaryo News Channel.
This program is brought to you by DWAR, Philippine Airlines, Balay Pandesal, North Star Meat Merchants Incorporated, Newport World Resorts, Capi, Misibis Bay, McDonald's, LT Group Incorporated, Cafe Aurora, the original Jamaican patty shop and juice bar, House of Frutas, B1T1 Takeaway Coffee, and Perinos.
Kayo'y nanonood ng Your Voice 2025, ang special elections coverage ng pinagsanib na puwersa ng Bilyonaryo News Channel at Abante Radyo. Let's get an update from Parañaque. Our reporter, Ivy Reyes, is there to give us updates. Ivy, anong balita dyan?
And balik Mayor's Office si dating Parañaque 1st District Representative Edwin Olivares matapos makakuha ng landslide votes na umabot sa 142,561. Wala pa sa kalahati ang closest opponent ni Olivares, si independent mayoral candidate Drew Uy, who garnered over 63,500 votes. Samantala, ang bayaw naman ni Mayor Edwin at katunggali na si Irwin Olivares, asawa ng kanyang kapatid at ngayon Congressman-elect na si Eric Olivares, nakakuha naman ng 6,000 votes. At ilan sa mga anak or kamag-anak ng mga Parañaque celebrities like Joey Marquez and Alma Moreno, ang anak nilang si George Marquez, fourth placer sa mga councilors with over 47,700 votes. Samantala, panalo rin si Ryan Iliana, ang kapatid ni Jo Marie, na nakakuha naman ng 70,000 votes, placing 5th. Kanina-kanina lamang na nakapanayam namin si Congressman-elect Brian Yamsuan at ang pinakang pangako o pinakang plataforma niya raw para sa mga taga-Parañaque ay kung anong ginawa niya sa Camsur bilang Bicol Saro representative, ganun din ang gagawin niya sa Parañaque. According to the congressman, the first thing he'll do in office ay talagang bumaba sa mga komunidad dahil masusing konsultasyon umano yung kanyang nakitang kakulangan ng dating liderato ng Parañaque LGU. Ayon sa kanya, kung ano yung talagang kailangan ng mga taga-Parañaque, yun yung dapat ibigay dahil aanhin daw naman ng mga tao ang infrastructure projects kung medical or pangkabuhayan assistance yung mga kailangan nila. And sa ngayon, isang ongoing project ni Congressman Yamsuan ay ang pakikipag-partner sa mga public and private hospitals dito sa Parañaque. By funding these hospitals, direkta na silang makakakuha ng medical assistance nang hindi na nangangailangan ng masyadong masusing proseso. At kani-kanina kakatapos lamang ng proclamation dito sa gymnasium ng Parañaque, pero punong-puno ito ng mga taga-suporta ng mga susunod na uupong mga leaders ng Parañaque. Yan ang update dito mula sa Parañaque. Ann?
Maraming salamat, Ivy Reyes, nagre-report live mula sa Parañaque.
At sa puntong ito, makakasama natin sa studio si political strategist Lito Banayo. Magandang hapon po, Sir Lito.
Magandang hapon, Ann at Gerg.
Po. Sir, nakita natin yung mga bilang kanina. What's your assessment so far?
Okay, I think that was the third week of April, guest ako dito ni Miss Pinky Webb.
Yes.
That was right after si Vice President Inday Sara decided to endorse Amy Marcos, no? Senator Amy Marcos. And I made the fearless forecast. Tiningnan ako ng fearless forecast ni Pinky. And I said I would think minimum of 4, maximum of 5 Team Sara lalabas. Kasama na rin si Amy at saka si Camille Villar, si Marcoleta. Plus yung dalawa, si Bongo at si Bato na more or less sa surveys lusot na. So 5. And I thought that Ben Tulfo would make it. So it would be 6 for the Alyansa, 5 for Team Sara, and 1 which is Ben Tulfo.
Yes, independent.
Oo, independent. No? But the most surprising thing is si Bam at si Kiko coming from behind. At saka spectacular ang showing. No?
Anong tingin yung nangyari, sir? Anong meron kay Bam and Kiko that made their campaign work this time?
Okay. First, they are known brands. Hindi naman sila, unlike yung mga kandidato ng Team Sara or nung ni former President Duterte na karamihan hindi masyadong kilala, itong dalawang to, naging dati na senador. At syempre, Aquino yung isa. Si Kiko, siya may
Sharon factor din.
Sharon factor. But number 2, and the most important is they stuck to their message. No? Hindi sila sumali sa away ng dalawang kampo. Yung away ng Duterte versus Marcos, no? Or call it the Marcos versus Duterte fight. No? They stuck to their message. And what was their message? Si Kiko is stuck to agriculture, food security, prices of food, which in all the surveys, number one issue yung inflation, di ba? Si Bam, stuck to trabaho para sa mga bagong graduate, educational improvement, etc. Which again is also in the hierarchy of needs ng tao. No? So while nag-aaway yung dalawang kampo, sila quietly, stealthily, nakalusot, no? Especially sa mga younger generation, no? Gen Z and millennials. And third also, I have to credit whoever there. I suppose yung tatay ni Bam, who was my mentor in political strategy also. They chose their geographic strengths. No? So the Lingayen to Lucena corridor, plus Panay, plus Bicol. Kasi sa Bicol, Meron silang Lenny, no? Tsaka, di ba, pareho silang kasama ni Lenny noong 2022, no?
Yes.
Pagkatapos ang Panay has always been a yellow corridor. Nandun si Frank Drilon, si Mar Rojas, all of those political leaders. Plus the Lingayen to Lucena corridor. Pareho sila tiga Central Luzon. And they were striking the right message. So the combination of those three factors, no? Those are the only things that I can say not to explain their spectacular victory.
And even Congressman Tulfo earlier was recognizing yun nga ang pag-stick ng dalawang kandidatong ito sa messaging nila na gaya ng binabanggit nyo. And we're looking at the map. Tama kay sir, talagang ang nagbitbit sa kanila itong mga vote-rich areas na kung saan kaya tumaas talaga yung bilang nila. Ano? I'm curious about Congressman Marcoleta.
Okay.
Very, very good performance this election sa hindi rin natin ini-expect.
First, siya yung kandidato ng iglesia from the very beginning kasi miyembro siya ng kapatiran ng iglesia. No? And the importance of an early iglesia support is maaga pa, kinakausap na nung mga heads ng mga lokal, yung mga, I don't know how they call them, no? Yung mga lokal na tagapangasiwa, kinakausap na yung mga mayor, yung mga kandidato sa lokal na tulungan naman ninyo, pakiusap namin, tulungan nyo naman ito si Marcoleta. I remember this because they did that for Ping Lacson, who was I worked for Ping Lacson in the past, no? Talagang kinakausap. So, syempre, kung ikaw naman si mayor, bakit mo naman 1 out of 12, bakit hindi mo pa naman pagbibigyan, di ba? So, meron na siyang, kung basta may bangko na siya. And that is a very important thing. And two, nag-benefit din siya dun sa surge ng sympathy when former President Rodrigo Duterte was shanghaied into the Hague, no? Malaking bagay yon, no? So, kaya ganyan ang resulta.
Kumbaga tried and tested, sir, itong iglesia, being a iglesia candidate.
Kasi may mga umpisa pa lamang tinutulungan na ng iglesia. As I said before, I remember Ping Lacson. I think Chis Escudero also was also at one time I was one of his consultants. At saka ngayon to si Marcoleta.
Do you feel that yung pag-endorso din ng INC kay Bam Aquino, nakatulong din ito to,
of course,
make him land on the second spot in the Magic 12?
Especially if you have to consider na yung Lingayen to Lucena corridor, malaki-laki ang porsyento ng iglesia vote doon. No? For instance, in provinces like Nueva Ecija, Laguna, Tarlac, Bulacan, maraming iglesia voters dyan. No? They're not a majority, but kung ikaw yung mayor kasi, pag nabasbasan ka ng iglesia, that's your margin of victory. No?
Yes.
Kasi plus minus yan eh. So tutulong ka at tutulong. 12 lang naman yan. Bakit hindi mo naman dadalhin, di ba?
Sir, ngayong election na to, nagkasubukan ng star power. No? Notably, laglag sa top 12 yung mga senatorial aspirants like Bong Revilla, si Ben Tulfo, Jimmy Bondoc, Manny Pacquiao, Philip Salvador, Willie Revillame. Does it mean na may discernment na ngayon yung mga botante? What are your thoughts on this?
Well, yes, no. In fact, that's a healthy thing, healthy the observation that happened in this particular elections. Hinahanapan ka na rin ng track record, no? At saka yung mga issues na nakakasama sa iyo, no? I mean, binabasa na rin yung nagawa mo. Jimmy Bondoc is also a revelation though, ha? Hindi naman yan sikat na he was more a singer na hindi naman yung sabi mo parang mga sikat na sikat, no? But he worked to become a lawyer. Kung basta he improved himself, no? So may dating, no? At ang nangyari plus yung Inday Sara factor, yung Duterte factor, no? He came up with a very good showing, no?
Sir, how about dynasties? Kasi kung titingnan din natin itong top 12, nasa bandang baba yung mga member ng mga dynasties. Soto, Cayetano, Villar, Marcos, Revilla, Binay, Abalos, Pacquiao.
Yes and no dyan sa dynasties, no? Because may mga local dynasties na tuloy pa rin naman, and the point here is, yung alyansa chose well-known brands. Yun ang lamang nila doon sa Duterte candidates, no? From the very beginning, kilala na ng tao lahat yung mga kandidato nila. But consider Abalos and Francis Tolentino and Pacquiao. Yung tatlong yan, nakinabang nung panahon ni Presidente Duterte. No? Naging cabinet member, both Tolentino and Abalos. Si Pacquiao, suportado rin ni nung tumakbong senador. Pagkatapos, bumaliktad ngayon. Kaya si Pacquiao natalo sa Mindanao. I mean, considering na baluarte niya dapat yun, natalo siya sa Mindanao. NCR is never a bailiwick. No? Kasi melting pot ng lahat ng may Ilocano, may lahat-lahat dito eh. So you don't really have a bailiwick in So nagulat ako kay Francis Tolentino, miski sa Cavite yata, he did rank
mababa ang ranking niya sa Cavite.
Yeah.
You think it's really the Duterte factor kung bakit ganun? Or it tells about their characteristic as a person na, alam mo yun?
To put it very bluntly, some of my friends will not like this, it was a protest vote, it was a repudiation of President Marcos. No.
Protest vote.
It was a protest vote. Kung itong mga to halimbawa tumakbo under the Duterte wing, they probably would have won, no? Because masosolid mo yung Mindanao, which is 24% of the vote, masosolid mo yung Central Visayas, which is 10.5% of the vote. So 10.5 plus 24, you have 35.5. That's 1/3 of the total vote, no?
Alam mo sir, hindi na natin mababalik ang panahon,
Of course,
no? Pero kung halimbawa lang sir na hindi na-aresto si Pangulong Duterte o dating Pangulong Duterte,
hindi ganyan
it's gonna be a
katindi.
different case.
Hindi ganyan katindi, no? Because yun nga, well-known brands itong mga kandidato ni BBM, no? Samantala yung mga kandidato ni PRRD, except for Bongo and Bato, hindi gaanong kilala.
Right.
No?
At talagang binitbit ng Visayas Mindanao sir ang Duterte.
Magtataka nga si Gwen Garcia natalo ng a newbie, no?
Yes.
Wala nakakilala kay
yes.
Pambari 4. I was totally amazed at that. That was an awesome showing, and only because of the Duterte factor.
Yun lang nakikita niyong dahilan doon.
So, sympathy votes, kumbaga, ang nagdala, no? I wanted to talk about former President Rodrigo Duterte, his apparent landslide victory in Davao City. Kahit na nakadetain siya sa ICC, what does this outcome reveal about their enduring political influence ng pamilya nila and the sentiments of their supporters? And ano po ang magiging implication nito sa pag-detain niya sa ICC?
Given na naman talaga, right from the beginning, wala talagang laban si Carlo Nograles versus President Duterte. From the beginning, medyo may laban sana yung Garcia, I think ibang apelyido no? Tapos against the son of Paulo, grandson na, medyo dumidikit nung umpisa. Pero because of the sympathy also, nawala na yung dikit at talagang nagtodo na. But you also have to give credit to President Duterte, no? Because he showed very good performance as mayor of Davao, no?
Yes.
And
Well-loved,
almost
no?
everyone there credits him for that, no? The peace and
true.
order, the drugs, anti-drugs and all that.
Okay. Now sir, nakikita natin yung mga numbers, yung current top 12. Hindi natin alam kung magagalaw pa itong nasa ilalim. But, syempre pag pinagkagaya ng tanong namin kanina kay Congressman Tulfo, usapin yung impeachment. Now, we will be asking your fearless forecast again with the current composition of the Senate, yung mga maiiwan, hindi gagraduate, at yung papasok. Do you think Sara Duterte has the numbers for her not to be impeached, to be convicted?
Yeah, I was listening earlier and Senator Frank Drilon said na it's a numbers game. It really is. It's more political than legal.
Yes.
No? At the end of the day, senators will have to weigh the evidence, but on consideration of whether the evidence is strong enough for them you already have 5.
Okay.
Na yung Sara Wing, sabihin natin, no? Sara Duterte candidates na nanalo, no? I think with 97 point something %, no? Yan na yan. panalo na si Aimee, si Camille, si Marcoleta, si Bongo, si Bato. So 5 na yon, no? 5 na yon. On top of that, think of Pia Cayetano, whose brother, Alan Cayetano, even appeared in the hearings of Aimee Marcos at dinipensahan niyo. I mean, was perceived to be pro-Duterte. So you have 2 votes there. I mean, two more votes there. You already have 7. Now, if you're running for re-election in 2028 and you saw how massive the hold of the Dutertes are in Mindanao and Central Visayas, which as we said is 1/3 of the national vote, mag-iisip ka, magdadalawang isip ka. So you're talking Jinggoy Estrada, JV Ejercito, sino pa ba mga re-electionists dyan, no? Magdadalawang isip ka. I mean, if we're looking at purely a numbers game, no? Ano yan? Of course, the Villars, the other guy, the other Villar, Mark Villar, no? I think, kanina nung nililista ko, pero nakalimutan ko yung ibang incumbent senators na nandiyan dyan, yung holdovers, you have Subiri na taga Mindanao din, you're probably talking of at least 11 votes for acquittal.
Wow. And she
For
only
acquittal.
needs 8.
She only needs 9, 8 or 9.
All right. Well, anyway, that's a fearless forecast of our political strategy. So abangan natin kasi for sure it's gonna be an exciting day. So anyway, sir, maraming salamat po, political strategist Lito Banayo, for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you, Gerg, and pleasure.
Manatiling nakatutok sa aming election special coverage. Magbabalik ang Your Voice 2025 dito lang sa Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Ito na ang pinakahihintay na sandali, ang special elections coverage ng pinagsanib na puwersa ng Bilyonaryo News Channel at Abante Radyo. Walang tigil na tututok sa pinakamalawak at pinakakumpletong pagbabantay ng boto. Hatid namin ang tunay na kalagayan, mabilis na resulta at mapagkakatiwalaang impormasyon. Your Voice 2025 Elections Agenda, May 12 to 13, dito lang sa Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Good morning, everyone!
Let's begin your morning with these people that gives you the hottest information.
I'm Pablo de Rosario. Let's get you up to speed with some news that you could use right now.
Rise and shine, beautiful people. I'm Asis-Carillo.
And I'm Monique Tuzon. Your mornings are always more fun with us.
With excitement,
It was amazing.
positivity,
Everything is so beautifully made here.
and fun to start your day.
Only here on...
It's a beautiful day!
History unfolds, and Bilyonaryo News Channel is there first. A moment in faith will lead the way in exclusive coverage as the world welcomes Pope Leo XIV, the holiness, the hope, and the history as it happens. Because when the world watches, you deserve to see it first. Bilyonaryo News Channel, your trusted source of news and information.
Ladies and gentlemen, very shortly we'll be ready for departure, so all your electronic devices should be switched off. Thank you.
In this season of the Lifestyle Lab, we test drive the wild and wonderful. This view is stunning.
Oh, we can choose all night, if you want. Hi, Marie, welcome home.
Catch the newest season of the Lifestyle Lab, only here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. This program is brought to you by DWAR, Philippine Airlines, Balay Pandesal, North Star Meat Merchants Incorporated, Newport World Resorts, Capi, Misibis Bay, McDonald's, LT Group Incorporated, Cafe Aurora, the original Jamaican patty shop and juice bar, House of Frutas, B1T1 Takeaway Coffee, and Ferinos.
Kayo'y nanonood ng Your Voice 2025 Elections Agenda, ang special elections coverage ng pinagsanib na pwersa ng Bilyonaryo News Channel at Abante Radyo. Third time is the charm, ika nga, para kay Attorney Jojo. Matapos ang kanyang attempts sa Senado, sinuwerte ang human rights lawyer this time sa Kongreso and very overwhelming number of votes. Joining us via Zoom is Attorney Jojo, ang first nominee ng Akbayan Party List. Good afternoon po, Attorney Shell.
Good afternoon, Gerg, at sa lahat ng nanonood at nakikinig.
Ako, sir, anong pakiramdam nyo ngayon na overwhelming nga ang botong natatanggap ng Akbayan ng inyong party list?
We are wonderfully surprised. Hindi po namin nakalain na ganun ang lalabas na resulta. Pero talagang masaya kami at tuwang-tuwa kami sa naging outcome.
Can you run us through your campaign, sir? Kasi parang from running as a senator, pinili nyo po ngayon itong party list route. So bakit naging ganun, sir, ang inyong strategy?
Well, hindi naman siya actually strategy. Nung really last year, balak ko talagang tumakbo ulit at sumubok sa pagka-senador. In fact, umiikot kami nila Sen Kiko Pangilinan at ni Sen Damatino para doon. Pero nung dumating yung pagkakataon na ako'y maaring maging nominee ng Bayan Party List, ay hindi ko talaga pwedeng palampasin yun. Kahit na dati pa, I have been working with Akbayan for a long time. At nung ako'y mismo naging miyembro ng Akbayan, wala pa rin pagkakataon na magpatakbo ng party list dahil at that time, hindi pa napoproclaim ang Akbayan. It only, lumutan na lang yung posibilidad na yon halos mga ilang araw bago mag-file ng mga certificates of candidacy. Kaya I had to make a decision at that time. And of course, sabi ko, why not try this route? Na-inspire ako kasi kay Henry Ontiveros na bago siya naupo bilang senadora ay 2 beses siya umupo bilang party list representative ng Akbayan.
Attorney, itong malaking boto na nakuha ng Akbayan, do you feel that this is the voice of the youth wanting to be heard? Tingin mo ba yung mga votes from the millennials and Gen Z greatly helped yung bid mo sa Congress? Kasi sikat na sikat ka sa Gen Z at sa millennials. I was telling you nga off-air, I'm following your reels, yung mga reels mo tungkol sa batas. You make it really understandable, lalo na sa kabataan. And everybody really follows you on social media. Do you feel na ito nga, Gen Z and millennials helped in getting all these votes?
Thank you, Anne. Actually, lumabas nga sa balita bago pa ng halalan na around 63% ng mga botante natin ay millennial at Gen Z. Malaking factor yon sa tingin ko sa nangyaring resulta sa party list. Dahil the younger voters, iba ang hinahanap nila eh. At siyempre, dahil sila ay kabataan, malakas pa rin yung idealism sa kanila. Ang klaseng leader na gusto nila ay tingin ko mas progresibo, yung leader na sa tingin nila ay talagang lalaban para sa kanila at sa buong Pilipinas. Kaya sa akin, malaking factor nga yung youth na mas bata ang voting population natin ngayon.
Attorney, let's talk about your allies, Senator Bam and Senator Kiko. Kanina yung guest natin ay si Congressman Tulfo, who is also in the Magic 12, and he's recognizing the strong messaging of two candidates na nag-focus sila sa mga issues at hindi nakisali doon sa bangayan sa pagitan ng presidente at saka ng faction ng vice president. Was that a deliberate move on the part of your group na mag-focus tayo sa mga issues at huwag na tayong makihalo dyan sa mga usaping politika?
Well, I cannot speak for Sen. Bam and Sen. Kiko, pero ito ang masasabi ko. Tingin ko napagod na ang sambayan ng Pilipino sa away na yan ng dalawang kampo. Kasi ang nakakalimutan yung mga issue na araw-araw nararamdaman at nararanasan ng mga ordinaryong mamamayan. Kaya sa akin, eksaktong-eksakto at solid yung naging messaging nila Sen. Bam at Sen. Kiko na yung mga gut issues na talagang tumatama sa sikmura, yung naging core ng messaging nila. At yan naman ang isang formula that has proven to be very effective in most electoral exercises. That you hit issues that really every single citizen can feel and they know na kailangan ma-address yung mga issue na yun.
Attorney, going back to what we were talking about earlier na majority ng registered voters sa this midterm elections, mga Gen Z, mga millennials, and you are a certified tito sa mga kabataan and relate sa'yo mga bagets. So does that mean yung campaign team mo, attorney, is composed of mga Gen Z, millennials?
Yes, halos lahat ng nasa team ko, with only the exception of one or two, are all young. And siyempre, in today's age kasi, hindi naman yung dati kasi sinasabi nila yung kampanya ay ground war at saka air war. Ibig sabihin ng air war, traditional media. Pero ngayon, ang labanan talaga nasa online
Right.
Nasa mga social media platforms. And kailangan talaga ng isang team na alam nila yung mga nagte-trending, alam nila yung mga uso, at alam din nila yung paano mag-generate ng content. At the same time, matagal na rin ko na rin nais na maging boses ng batas in the sense na para maintindihan ng mga ordinaryong Pilipino kung ano yung batas. Kasi para napakalayo sa kanila yung batas. Samantalang araw-araw talagang may epekto sa atin lahat yon.
Well, attorney, hindi pa tapos ang bilangan pero as of the moment, sigurado na ang pag-upo ninyo bilang kongresista and Akbayan might get 3 seats. Ano po? What will be your first agenda pagpasok po ninyo sa Kongreso?
Well, first of all, kailangan namin pag-usapan yun sa team kasi ang Akbayan is a multi-sectoral party list organization. Meron kaming legislative agenda sa bawat sektor. May agenda kami para sa mga manggagawa, sa mga mangingisda, sa mga magsasaka, sa kababaihan, LGBT, sa kabataan, and so on. So pag-uusapan pa namin yun, pero ang feeling ko ay kailangan siya ay maging isang legislative proposal na tatama doon sa mga bagay na talagang tumatama sa sikmura ng mga mamamayan.
Can you name a few, please, Attorney Shell?
Well, first of all, pagdating yung isang malaking talagang issue natin lahat ngayon, bakit ang taas ng presyo ng bilihin? Bakit hindi napapababa ng ating pamahalaan, lalo na yung presyo ng pagkain? Ang tingin ko sa aking pag-aaral kasi niyan, may mga nakikinabang sa mataas na presyo ng pagkain. At yung mga border, yung mga smuggler, yung mga middle persons na sila yung kinabang, hindi yung mga gumagawa ng pagkain. Halimbawa yung mga magsasaka natin, yung mga manuhuli ng isda, yung mga isda natin. But dapat we have to get to the bottom of this and address it. Yun isa nakikita kong hindi pa nagagawa ng ating pamahalaan. So, yun na ng isang bagay. Maaring dapat investigahan yan, maaring hindi kailangan ng batas, pero tingin ko baka kailangan din ng legislative measures yan pag nalaman na natin yung kabuuan ng problema. Pagdating sa education, ako alalang-alala ako, talagang nababahala ako sa crisis natin sa edukasyon na dapat talagang matugunan ng ating pamahalaan, especially Congress in terms of making sure that our laws are attuned to the crisis and are responsive to the crisis. Pagdating sa healthcare, hindi pa rin natutupad at nagiging realidad ang Universal Healthcare Law. Marami pa kailangan gawin dahil ngayon pagka nagkasakit tayo, ang laki ng gastos at wala halos mapuntahan o malapitan o kaya hindi talaga nakakayanan yung sobrang taas ng cost ng medical expenses. So yun yung ilan sa mga gusto namin na tugunan sa bayan.
Attorney Shell, ikaw ay isang human rights lawyer and you are the chairman of the Free Legal Assistance Group. How do you think Akbayan will help you advance your cause?
Akbayan is very much aligned in terms of its human rights advocacy with my own personal advocacy. Kaya sa tingin ko, talagang it's a perfect fit and marami kaming may pupush na mga panukalang batas na talagang makakatulong at makakaprotekta sa karapatan ng ordinaryong mamamayan. For example, dahil doon sa naging mga issue sa war on drugs, ang daming lumitaw na dapat legislation. Unang-una, kailangan maibalik natin ang disiplina sa ranks ng Philippine National Police. Ang gusto po namin gawin ay ilabas na natin sa PNP yung disciplinary power. Ibigay natin sa isang civilian body tulad ng Civil Service Commission na sila dapat ang maghuhusga kung kailangan magtataw ng mga disciplinary sanctions sa mga kapulisan natin. Isa pa yung death investigation system. Wala pa tayong batas dyan. Dapat may batas tayo na nagre-require ng autopsy at nagre-require din ng lahat ng mga suspicious death ay nare-record.
Well, Attorney, bago ka namin pakawalan, this is just a curiosity. No? Kung sakaling i-offer sa inyo maging bahagi ng prosecution team ng Kamara sa impeachment ni Vice President Sara Duterte, are you willing to accept that?
Yes, definitely. And in fact, napag-usapan din namin yan recently. Kasi my first experience with an impeachment case was during the impeachment of former President Erap Estrada. Ako po yung naging team leader ng isang team ng prosecutors sa private prosecution side. Yun.
And potentially with former Senator Laila de Lima joining the Congress as well, baka mapag-isipan niya ng mga liderato sa Kamara.
Ako po ay talagang handang maglingkod, pero siyempre wala sa kamay ko kung sino yung pipiliin ng House leadership.
Attorney, before we let you go, ano ang mensahe mo sa mga supporters mo, lalo na sa mga kabataan, who see you as a beacon of principled leadership?
Well, unang-una, maraming salamat talaga mula sa puso sa lahat ng mga tumulong, sumuporta, nangampanya, bumoto para sa Akbayan Party List. Ito po ay tagumpay, hindi ko po tagumpay ito bilang individual, hindi rin tagumpay ng akbayan mismo, kundi tagumpay ng sambayan ng Pilipinas. Kami po ay talagang determinado na maging boses ng lahat ng sektor ng ating lipunan at ipaglaban ang kapakanan ng lahat ng mga mangingisda, mga magsasaka, manggagawa, mga katutubo, mga kababaihan, mga LGBTQIA community at iba pang mga sektor ng lipunan na tila hindi napapakinggan at hindi nako-consider ng interest pagka nagkakaroon ng mga legislation. Ipapaglaban po natin ang ordinaryong mamamayan na palaging nagiging biktima ng pang-abuso at palaging dehado.
Alright, maraming salamat po sa inyong panahon. Akbayan Party List First Nominee, Attorney Jojo.
Thank you.
Binay country pa rin ang Makati. Ngayong all set ng maging next mayor ng lungsod, si Senator Nancy Binay. Let's get an update mula kay Zeus Valdez ng Abante Radyo. Zeus, anong balita dyan?
Magandang hapon sa iyo. Bukas incoming Makati Mayor Nancy Binay na makipagpulong kay Taguig City Mayor Lani Cayetano upang talakayin ang isyu ng mga ari-arian ng Makati na ngayon ay nasa jurisdiksyon na ng Taguig kasunod ng desisyon ng Korte Suprema na ilipat ang 10 EMPO barangay. Ayon kay Binay, mahalaga ang pagkakaroon ng maayos na ugnayan sa pagitan ng dalawang lungsod na magkalapit lamang at naniniwala siyang makakamit ito sa pamamagitan ng pag-uusap. Ipinahayag din ni Binay ang pagiging bukas niyang makausap ang kanyang kapatid na si Makati Mayor Abby Binay hindi lamang sa usaping politikal, kundi bilang magkapatid lalo't matagal na silang hindi nagkakausap. Kinumpirma rin ni incoming mayor na ilang taon na mula nang uli silang nagkausap ni outgoing Mayor Abby. Si Nancy Binay ay nagwagi sa katatapos sa Halalan bilang bagong alkalde ng Makati.
About the election results. Sa X, naglabas ng salooben si user 88 Double Dragon. Sabi niya, what we've proven so far this midterm 2025 is hindi porket artista ka, sure mananalo ka. Sana palaging ganito sa mga susunod na halalan. At si user Gilly naman may hirit din. On a serious note, nagulat ako sa resulta. I expected the worst coming from 2022 election. Malayong malayo pa, pero may nangyayari na. May progress, unti-unting nagkakabunga ang hinagpis ng nagdaang mga halalan. Sana sa 2028, mas malayo ang marating ng boses ng mga kabataan. And megastar Sharon Cuneta may heartfelt post tungkol sa resulta ng eleksyon. Sa ngayon kasi pasok sa top 5 ng senatorial race ang kanyang asawang si Kiko Pangilinan. She wrote, I believe that miracles still happen. All we did before and apart from our hard work in the campaign was pray, trust, pray, praise, and glorify God no matter what. Stay updated sa aming social media pages for more information. Share your thoughts with us using the hashtag YourVoice2025.
Manatiling nakatutok sa aming special coverage, magbabalik ang Your Voice 2025 dito lang sa BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
than ever. This election isn't just making headlines, it's making history. Led by veteran broadcasters Corina Sanchez Rojas, Pinky Webb, and Ray Langit. Bilyonaryo News Channel and DWAR Abante Radyo. We're committed to bringing you clear and comprehensive election coverage. From the campaign trail to your local ballot, we're there. We're combining boots on the ground reporting with the speed of social. It's not just on the news, it's in your feed. Live updates, the voices that matter most. Together, we deliver.
Your voice, 2025 elections agenda.
Through the insightful discussions and in-depth analysis, we always empowered viewers to better understand the complexities of public affairs. Congratulations, On Point, for winning the Best Public Affairs Program at the 38 PMPC Star Awards for Television. Only here on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel. The legendary Quiz Master is back.
We heard you. So we're bringing back intelligence to Philippine TV with Bilyonaryo Quizbee. Bilyonaryo Quizbee will feature questions on science and technology, arts and literature, mathematics, history and geography, social sciences, and general information. We look forward to seeing you rise to the challenge and compete for the title of the very first Bilyonaryo Quizbee champion.
From the filing of candidacies until the last ballot is counted, your newest trusted news source, BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel, will be at the forefront to guide your decisions and guard your vote. Tune in to BNC's Election 2025 special coverage.
Opinyon ay hindi lang malalim, pero may kasama pong pasabog. Ako po si Jordan Dadino.
Di lang tayo basta chika, kundi chika with a cause. Ako si Sama Costa, kontesera ng buhay at balita.
Ihahain natin ang politika na may lalim at linaw para sa mas matalinong pagdedesisyon ng bawat Pilipino. Ako si Ronald Llamas, ang inyong political heckler.
Atid namin na matapang pero patas na pagsusuri sa mga ising humuhubog sa kinabukasan ng ating bansa. Ako si Villanueva, may talas sa mata at panulat.
Samahan niyo kami dito tuwing linggo, alas 10:30 ng umaga.
Dito sa
Politiko Talks!
Facts matter more than ever. This election isn't just making headlines, it's making history. Led by veteran broadcasters Corina Sanchez Rojas, Pinky Webb, and Ray Langit. Bilyonaryo News Channel and DWAR Abante Radyo. We're committed to bringing you clear and comprehensive election coverage. From the campaign trail to your local ballot, we're there. We're combining boots on the ground reporting with the speed of social. It's not just on the news, it's in your feed. Live updates, the voices that matter most. Together, we deliver.
Your voice, 2025 elections agenda.
This program is brought to you by Tanduan, Philippine Airlines, Balay Pandesal, North Star Meat Merchants Incorporated, Newport World Resorts, Capi, Misibis Bay, McDonald's, LT Group Incorporated, Cafe Aurora, the original Jamaican patty shop and juice bar, House of Frutas, B1T1 Takeaway Coffee, and Ferinos.
Kayo'y nanonood pa rin ng Your Voice 2025 Elections Agenda. Gaano kalaki ang boto ng mga kabataan ngayon at kaya ba nilang magpanalo ng kanilang pinaborang kandidato? Narito ang special report ni Joan Manalo.
TikTok Generation. Ito ang madalas na tawag sa mga kabataan ngayon. Kasi nga naman, sa internet at social media na nila tila kinukuha lahat, mapa-entertainment purposes man or research. Kaya ngayong eleksyon, malaki raw ang ambag ng social media sa pagpili ng Gen Z ng mga ibobotong kandidato. Kwento nga ng 19-year-old dentistry student at first-time voter na si Thomas Angelo Guzman, malaking parte ng kanyang kaalaman ang nanggaling online.
Yung internet and social media, it is a vital or a crucial part kasi ng awareness, I think, not only for me, but also for all Gen Zs na rin. All of us Gen Zs are adapted to the community that we have, which is yung talagang lagong-lago na talaga yung technology.
At dahil daw siya ay Gen Z, mas madali raw sa kanya na ispot ang fake news sa internet sa tulong na rin ng edukasyon.
We had a subject talaga na diniin talaga namin yung pag-a-analyze ng mga fake news. So I just get from the net and I know that the net is very reliable and I think na-complete naman po yung nakukuha ko.
Para naman kay Giselle Fajardo na isang 25-year-old landscape architect, malaking tulong daw ang online presence ng mga kandidato lalo na sa mga katulad niyang nagtatrabaho. Dahil kasi sa busy work schedule, sa social media na lang daw siya madalas nag-check ng campaign materials.
There are specific candidates that I think understand the power din of social media. For example, they know na yung target market nila is nandun talaga. So, specifically, tinitweak nila, for example, yung campaigns nila to join certain trends kasi nga alam nila na yun yung nakakahatak ng voters.
Ayon sa sociologist na si Athena Sheree Presto, isa nga ang social media sa pinakamalaking factor na nakaiimpluwensya sa political at voting behavior ng mga kabataan.
Kapag tinatanong ko sila kung saan sila nakakakuha ng information on politics, how they exercise their political agency, at kung ano ini-envision nilang pwede pa nilang gawin para ayusin ang politika ng Pilipinas, ang laging una nilang sinasabi ay social media.
Dagdag pa niya, may iba't ibang sagot ang mga kabataan kung bakit social media na ang main platform para sa kanila.
May ibang nagsasabi, kasi pagising mo sa umaga, ang una mong dadamputin ay cellphone mo. Sabi naman ng iba, kasi bata pa kami. So ang hirap naman na maglalabas kami dyan, wala naman kaming pera, wala kaming funds, nangihingi lang ako ng pera ko sa magulang ko. Kaya social media na lang kasi mas low cost siya.
Nakwento rin ni Athena na may mga kabataang mas pinipiling magpahayag sa social media dahil mas nalalayo ito sa public gaze.
Isa naman, natatakot daw siya dahil feeling niya wala siyang alam, baka sabihan siya na bata ka pa, wala ka namang alam.
Noong 2022, halos 13.1 million voters ang kabilang sa Gen Z o ang mga kabataang pinanganak mula 1997 hanggang 2007. Ayon naman sa COMELEC, nasa 20 million ang kabuuang bilang ng Gen Z voters ngayong May 2025 midterm elections. Dahil dito, sinasabing patuloy na lumalaki ang impluwensya ng youth vote at participation sa Pilipinas at ilan sa mga dahilan kung bakit bumoboto ang Gen Z para matugunan ang mga issue tulad ng inflation at working conditions.
The Gen Z vote is diverse, but you will find common concerns surrounding particularly socioeconomic precarity. So, dun sa mga nakausap pong Gen Z, ang concern nila, ang taas-taas ng presyo ng bilihin ngayon at ang bagal-bagal ng pang-unlad na ekonomiya.
Nabanggit nga ni Thomas na kahit siya ay estudyante pa, apektado pa rin siya ng pagtaas ng presyo ng mga bilihin.
As a student, you have to be practical. Sa mga estudyante kasi, syempre, we have to buy a lot of things for school. Let's say, siguro from the simplest form, ball pen, pencil, yung mga ganun. Tapos yun pa talaga yung nagmamahal kasi nga for a number of reasons. Tapos, syempre, going back to practicality, yung food natin, pang araw-araw. We have to buy, syempre malalaki na tayo.
Di rin ito nalalayo sa mga nais matugunan ni Giselle bilang nagtatrabaho na.
Yung pinaka-top priority ngayon bilang working na rin, parang nag-shift yung priority mo more on livelihood, employment. Meron ba tayong senatorial balls na yun yung priority?
Bukod pa rito, issue rin ng mga kabataan ang gender at human rights. Hanggang ngayon, nakabinbin pa rin ang SOGI Equality Bill sa Kongreso at may mga kaso pa rin ng human rights violations na hindi pa nabibigyan ng hustisya. Kaya para kay Thomas, mahalaga na mabigyang pansin ito ng mga kumakandidato ngayong midterm elections.
In our society today, the LGBTQ plus community has, of course, bloomed into this beautiful community that is being considered by all of us now. And I hope that our incoming candidates will protect that as well.
Bilang sociologist, sinabi rin ni Athena na matagal ng buhay ang youth political engagement sa Pilipinas. Dahil magmula pa raw noong panahon ng dating Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos, mayroon na ang active youth politics. Mas damanga lang daw ito ngayon dahil sa social media. Kaya ang hiling ng Gen Zs tulad ni Thomas at Giselle, mag-translate sa botohan ang youth participation, lalo na ngayong mas umiinit ang political tensions sa bansa.
I feel like with the addition of more Gen Zs, with the addition of more people na talagang educated about the happenings in our society, feeling ko yun talaga yung magiging factor para tumaas yung percentage ng mga boboto para sa mga tamang kandidato.
Usually, di ba pagka may university na mga mock elections, very promising yung set of people na nakalagay dun sa, yung usually nag-emerge on top. So hopefully sana mag-translate to into voting talaga. Yung urgency din kasi of the what's happening politically. So parang, syempre as youth, na alam namin kung sino yung mananalo for the next 6 years, yun yung kalalakihan namin.
Tayo man ay nasa TikTok generation na, itinuturing pa rin ng mga kabataan bilang pag-asa ng bayan. Kaya sa panahon ng internet at social media, dalhin natin ang bawat post, like at share sa aktwal na pagboto. Gamitin ang online platform sa tama at sa pakikilahok sa halalan. Your Voice 2025, Joan Manalo, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Kasama naman natin ngayon ang dating Press Secretary ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos na si Attorney Trixie Cruz Angeles. Magandang hapon, Attorney Trixie, and thank you for your time today.
Magandang hapon din po.
Attorney, despite the fact that si FPRRD ay detained by the International Criminal Court, tumakbo pa rin siyang mayor ng Davao, and landslide votes ang pumasok sa kanya, right?
Yes.
When we're looking at the numbers, parang sigurado na mauupo siyang muli as mayor. Ano ang ibig sabihin nitong Duterte landslide sa Davao?
Well, this is a rejection of any, how do you call this? It's a rejection of the Marcos administration, mostly. It's an acknowledgement dun sa ginawa kay Tate Digong. Sa pagkuha sa kanya, dinala siya sa Hague. And they assert that this was done without due process. Plus, it's a rejection of Carlo Nograles or the Nograles' attempt na may bagong politika daw in Davao. So, what they are saying is that we don't need change in Davao. We're okay with the Dutertes. So it was a repudiation of any attempt to upset that balance.
Even the vice mayor, even the congressman,
yes,
lahat na sweep nila ulit.
Yes, predictably. So, even the children of Pulong, diba, they ran, they won. Every single Duterte that ran has won.
Well, if you could help us understand, paano po yung mangyayari ngayong nakakulong siya doon sa The Hague, so paano siya manunumpa bilang mayor?
Well, hindi kasi necessary yun eh. What needs to happen is a proclamation. the Supreme Court has already said you don't need to be present in order to be proclaimed. So if he's proclaimed mayor but he cannot take his oath or dispense the functions of the mayor, the vice mayor will take over. So significant yan because if he had, let's say, been disqualified or not proclaimed at all, then the number 2 would sit as mayor.
Nograles.
Nograles, yes. Despite the lack of votes, despite the dismal showing, if there is no proclamation, he sits. He's number 2. Pero if he is proclaimed, then the vice mayor can take over his duties.
Anyway, hindi naman bago si Mayor Baste.
Mayor
he
siya.
is Mayor Baste.
Yes.
So, technically, he'll be OIC, no? Pag ganun ba? Or talagang vice mayor?
Well, depende kasi kung declare na vacant yung position ng mayor, then he will become the mayor.
Okay.
But if not, then he will be in his stead.
Kumbaga, abang natin yung technicality na yan.
Yes.
Kung anong susunod na mangyayari. But looking at the national elections po, sa senatorial slate, ano bang masasabi mo, Attorney Trixie?
Well, there's some surprises and some are predictable. But most of the campaign that Inday Sara was waging was primarily a campaign against impeachment. And on this score, I think she won. Significant. Kasi pag titignan nyo who are the current senators, pag titignan nyo the ones that she campaigned for, she has solid 5, maybe 6 who are on her side. That's enough to thwart an impeachment. So, and then take her to 2028.
Kumbaga, you're confident that Inday Sara will not be convicted because of the recent results itong ating halalan?
If it is just a game of numbers, yes.
Meron pa bang magpapabago dyan?
Well, kasi if it was evidence, sure na ako. Kasi evidence-wise, based on whatever it is that the Congress has already presented in the Quadcom, in the Committee on Good Governance, I'm pretty sure it should be dismissed outright. But because there's a numbers game, we don't know also, Justice Corona, by any count, should not have been convicted, but he was. So there's an unpredictable factor in any impeachment.
Which is yun ang aabangan natin sa mga susunod na araw.
Correct.
But anyway, kanina pinag-uusapan natin off-air yung naging tulong ng endorsement ni VP Sara kay Amy Marcos and Camille Villar. And you said it was a calculated risk on the part of the Vice President. How?
Well, first of all, for her to endorse Amy at the time when Amy was struggling, the numbers were not good. She was virtually shut out of Mindanao. And then the next big battleground was NCR and Visayas. NCR, Amy would have done well. But in the Visayas, hindi tayo sure. There's the factor of Martin Romualdez, who holds a lot of influence. Although there's certain areas na mahina din naman si Martin. So the battleground really was the Visayas, with Governor Gwen saying that they are going to be shut out. So it's bragging rights for the Vice President when it's Amy Marcos we're talking about. Snatched from the jaws of defeat yan.
Alright. Siguro panghuling tanong na lang po, Attorney. Pinag-uusapan natin yung mga susunod na araw and, the Vice President, sabi niya, 2 lang inaasahan namin, at least, pero it became 5. Your parting words, siguro po.
Oh, well, on this score, things are going to heat up and become very exciting. It's traditional that during midterms, the administration becomes a lame duck. But here, it is double underscored. What we're looking at is a showdown in 2028 between the, how do you call them? Yellows? I don't know what labels we have now. But with Senator Risa being backed up by Senators Bam Aquino and Kiko Pangilinan, and a solid Akbayan win in Congress, which means they have 3 seats, plus Alayla de Lima coming in for ML. They have at least 2, they may be small blocks, but that means they're going to have a voice. So the showdown in 2028, we're looking at the yellow versus DDS again.
Exciting days ahead, Attorney.
Yes.
All right. Maraming salamat po, Attorney Trixie Cruz Angeles, for joining us this evening.
Thank you.
Now, let's get more social media updates. I'm sorry. So maraming salamat. We would like to thank Sam Acosta for our social media updates earlier. Ako si Gerg Cahiles. Ito ang special elections coverage ng Bilyonaryo News Channel at Abante Radyo, Your Voice 2025.
At ako naman po si Asis-Carillo. Thank you so much for watching. Susunod na ang agenda.